Hey guys, it is Thanimal, and last night I had a really fun time drafting Khans of Tarkir and Fate Reforged, and I went undefeated too. So I want to show you the deck that made me undefeated. I went we're 3-0. Every game I won. I didn't lose a single game. It was so much fun. So anyways, I want to show you that. So let's look at what I drafted. First thing I drafted was the Scroll of the Masters. I mainly drafted this because I knew how powerful it was in my Jeskai Commander deck. And so I decided, you know what, that's a solid card to start off with. I couldn't find removal and anything else. So I decided, let's do Scroll of the Masters and see what I get. And I was mainly thinking Jeskai. But I got past a Temur Sabertooth, which is excellent value. You can bounce something back to gain indestructible. There's plenty of ETB effects in the set, so I decided to take that. Then I got past a Destructor Dragon, and I'm like, alright, I am definitely going to be in green. The interesting thing is that of all the rares I played, I didn't actually play any of them, really. So let me show you the Temur deck that I got. I got a Temur Charger, which is, no pun intended, a workhorse. Hooting Mandrills, another really great trampler that can really get through a lot of those Jeskai decks. Got an Ice Feather Aven, got a Tuskguard Captain, which put in some good work, especially with some +1/+1 counters flying around. Riverwheel Aerialists, which is an excellent finisher. And I got a Snowhorn Rider. I had an opportunity to pick a couple of these, but I only ended up picking up one, and you'll see why when you see my spells. Got a Horde Ambusher, a Highland Game, which I never actually played, a Bear's Companion, and that kind of rounds up my creatures. Unfortunately, I did not pick too many creatures, but I tried to make the best value out of them. So, if you look at my spells, I got very lucky. I got past 2 Temur Charms. The most common effect I used was to fight another creature. The creature gets +1/+1 until the end of turn. This was excellent for taking out evasion. It was excellent for finishing off people. For instance, if I were to attack and they decided not to block, I would Temur Charm, they would take an extra one, and I'd get to kill one of their dudes. It really made trading very easy, and it made it so they couldn't just fly around me or just wait for the swing back, so that was great. And on top of that, I got 2 Hunt the Weeks as well. So 4 fight spells, turn 3 and turn 4, if I wasn't fighting something, I was doing something wrong. It was really excellent just to be able to, again, fight everything, and especially with the Hunt the Week, to actually grow my creatures to make them a bigger threat. I also had a Crippling Chill for card draw and tempo. Incremental Growth, I didn't play it too often, but when I did, it was an absolute blowout. It was excellent. However, oftentimes, because I fight so many creatures and I end up doing all these trades, oftentimes I didn't actually have 3 creatures to cast it on. In fact, the final game I played in one, I actually put a +1/+1 counter on my opponent's creature, but both of them had trample, so it didn't matter. I just trampled over in one. A Wild Slash, I think that was picked really early on, because I had the Fate Reforged pack first. Yeah, I believe pick 4. Treasure Cruise, which is just great, especially with this deck going through a lot of its creatures and a lot of its spells with all this fighting. It's really great to just draw Treasure Cruise and get those 3 cards back. More answers, more stuff. Become Immense did an excellent work for me.
13 damage on me.
Yeah, I was able to hit my girlfriend for 13 damage with that and a Prowess Trigger, and it got nuts. Cunning Strike wasn't used too often, but when it was nice and effective. Again, more card draw. I really think in a Temur deck you need to not neglect that card draw because you need more fuel to keep going. Map the Waste is always really excellent. I think there was one game where I had my 3/1, my Temur Charger. I was able to map the Waste, making it a 4/2. I was able to fight something with a Hunt the Week, making it a 5/3, and also take out another creature. I mean, this really helped buff up my creatures so I could fight bigger game, which is in no way connected to the M15 slogan. Anyways, Right into Being was something I put in a little bit later, and I'm really glad I did. I think I had a Winter Flame in place of it, which is a really good card. I'll actually show that to you real quick so you guys remember. Winter Flame is really good, but I found that with all the fighting I was doing, they didn't have 2 creatures for me to cast this on. So I decided to just put more creatures out. The one time I cast it, my last game that I played, or the last set that I played, I Right into Being my dragon that I picked, pick 3. I was able to Right into Being that and then put a land on the bottom of my library. And later on I was able to flip it and just swing in for the win. And it was just really, really good. So I'm glad I put in right into being. And then that's for all my spells, and I was very, very fortunate enough to pick up 4 gates, essentially. I got the 2 Is It ones, and I got the full cycle of it. And this really helped keep me alive and help with the mana fixing. In fact, I think one of these Swiftwater Cliffs, I got past the last pack, almost like it was a basic land. So I got really, really fortunate to have just a very solid deck. I don't want to say that every game was easy, but I was able to win 2-0 with all my games with this very, very fun deck. And I didn't even run any rares, which is awesome. So for winning that, I got myself the Friday Night Chrono Hordling Outburst, which I'm sure somebody will be willing to trade for, or I might even make a, a Crank or a Mob Boss deck, we'll see. And then I got 3 packs, because you win a pack for each round that you win. So, awesome, it was a lot of fun. I had a great time playing. I haven't drafted in a while, and I don't usually do this well in drafts, so I feel really good about this. Hopefully this means I'll be getting better, but probably it's going to mean that the next time I draft, I'm going to be like, I'm really good, and I'm just going to get completely owned. But anyways, I had my day. I had a lot of fun playing it, and thank you guys so much for watching. And yeah, we'll see you guys later. Bye.